Mornings with Tim Holt on ABC Southeast.
One local student made an unusual choice in her HSC last year, opting to write and produce a radio play for her advanced English course. It's a choice that worked really well for Claire Coman, as she received, or Claire Coman, I should say, as she received an impressive result for her efforts. In a moment, we'll speak to Claire and find out more about why she made the choice and how she went about it. But first, let's hear an excerpt from the play, which is called Listen.
Tell me a story, Uncle Dan.
You haven't called me uncle since you were 6.
Well, we're back in the faraway tree, and I kind of feel 6.
You don't look it. All right, so there's a spaceship, stranded at the edge of the galaxy. Its crew, 2 cowboys, a pirate, and a talking lizard.
Not that kind of story.
Fine, let's do this your way. Standing at the train station, clutching a ticket and her luggage, is a girl. She's 5'0", wearing brown curls.
What, like mine?
Rather a lot like yours, actually. Anyway, brown curls and a smile to suggest she's tougher than she looks.
Where's she headed?
Off on an adventure. Where do you think she's going?
New York City.
Come on, it's where everyone goes. How about the Orient? To seek her fortune.
Well, if you think that'll be more exciting...
Of course it will. How are you supposed to meet the last of the dragons in New York City?
You just gave away the ending.
No, silly. That's just the beginning. Now she's off to the Orient. The shiny new locomotive begins to pull out of the station.
Wait, she's going alone?
That's not such a bad thing. She's very independent, and she'll make friends along the way.
But can't someone go with her? Maybe an uncle, full of wisdom and knowledge of the road?
But how's she supposed to find herself, her fortune, and dragons without doing it the hard way? Everyone knows a good adventure makes you come back different from how you started. That's the point.
But can't they do it together?
Of course not. This is her adventure.
Hey Dan, don't you have a party to get to?
Kaya, you're supposed to be my timekeeper, letting the team down. I'm almost ready. You'd oughta distracted me.
His fault, not mine.
I don't care, just get organised already.
Thanks, Kat. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, give your mother a kiss goodbye.
Sorry, Mum. I'll be back tonight. I promise I won't wake anyone when I come in.
I'll be in bed, but I won't sleep soundly until I hear you're safe inside.
Of course. See you in the morning.
Where's he going this time?
Another 21st. One of his friends, or a friend's sister, or something.
He's a bit old for that now, isn't he?
He's younger than me. Let him make the most of it.
So I've raised a son that parties too hard, and a daughter who doesn't know what a party is.
Well, I have a good excuse not to. Kaya, come and get your tea.
Be right up. I'm fighting dragons in the Orient.
The ideas he puts in that girl's head.
You know, I think most of the ideas are already there. He just lets them out.
Well, that's as I remember. I was a happy kid. A little later we went to bed. I remember sleeping soundly. The rain was like a lullaby. The rain fell, and we slept. Early in the morning, Mum was drawn from her bed. 3 sharp knocks that heralded the end of the world.
19 minutes to 11. There you go. That's an excerpt from the play by former Lumen Christi student Claire Coman. And Claire joins us this morning. Claire, good morning.
Good morning.
Look, lovely to catch up with you this morning. What an ambitious task to take on for your HSC. What was it? What on earth motivated you?
I'm still not entirely sure. I had to undertake a project for this particular subject, and I didn't really want to do the normal well-trodden path of this short story, so I just thought I'd try something unusual and exciting, and my teacher suggested a radio play, and then it started.
Okay, so then it started. How did you go about researching it? Did you have a bit of a look around to see what...
Yeah, I had a couple of months just to research, and basically I listened to every radio play I could get my hands on, starting with the copy of Dylan Thomas's Under Milkwood, which was a great inspiration for me. But yeah, I found out that there's heaps of radio plays still being made and all kinds of young upstarting writers using that medium. So yeah, I got really in-depth with the form and yeah, I just fell in love with it. fantastic.
Okay, how long did it take you to put together, Claire? A radio play does take an enormous amount of work.
It did. Just writing it took a matter of months, really, to draft it all out and put it together. Recording, I was experimenting with it for a few months as well, but the actual play was pretty much all recorded in one weekend with all my actors in the same place. But with sound effects and editing, that took another couple of months. So it really was a project that took almost my whole HSC year.
What do you draw from the experience of having done it now? You say you fell in love with the medium, the radio play. What do you draw from that experience after having put this together?
Well, most of it was a really new experience for me, and jumping in the deep end was something I had no prior knowledge of. So I felt really good that I could trust in myself to embrace a new medium and devote myself to this work for an entire year. And also I learned so much about radio and how it works and recording and music. And yeah, it's just not really sure how I'm going to apply that in the future, but I really hope I get to because it was fantastic.
What result did you get, by the way, for your HSC? Because you did it for your advanced English course.
Yeah, for extension English. It was a 45 out of 50 mark. And yeah, that's an E4, so that was a fantastic result for me.
Yeah, you must be very pleased with that result.
I really was. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Now, you say you don't know what your plans are for the future, but you've gained so many skills out of doing this. So, what do you think? Do you think you might write another radio play?
Oh, I really hope I get a chance to. It was so much fun and a really great experience with all my actors and the people who contributed. So, if I get a chance to get back into writing, I'd love to embrace radio again.
Do you think other young people are interested in the form of radio plays?
Well, yeah, certainly ones who already have a background in music and that sort of thing. I used a lot of music from local young musicians, such as Aaron McMahon in this play. So certainly a lot of those guys were really into the radio form. I think more young people could certainly get into it, because there's a lot still there and a lot for my generation in the world of radio, certainly online as well. How
do you use radio these days? As you say, online, and I mean that's in very much a radio in that sense. But do you listen to, for instance, podcasts and things like that? Yeah,
I got really into podcasts and downloads for radio plays. The BBC is really good for that. They have a whole program dedicated to it. But yeah, I listen to this channel a lot, ABC Local. They were usually my wake-up call in the morning while I was at school. I've just been immersed in radio for most of my life, sort of peripherally, and now I just love listening to it and love podcasts and interviews, and yeah, it's a great way to get your hands on a lot of resources as well.
Claire, what are your plans now? You off to uni?
Yeah, I'm off to uni starting in a bit more than a week at ANU.
Exciting.
Yeah.
What courses what are you planning on doing?
I'll be studying politics, philosophy and economics.
All righty, you've been throwing yourself in the deep end.
Definitely, yeah.
Look, good luck in the future. You'll be able to certainly write a few very interesting radio plays into the future of studying politics. I think our politicians are probably some pretty good fodder for some radio plays.
Certainly, yeah.
Lovely to talk to you, Claire. Good luck in the future.
Thanks so much. All right.
That's Claire Coman, a former student with Lumen, Christi, and a radio play was called Listening. It's coming up to 14 minutes away from 11.